Hello, Gremolinos! So this is a new vlog, but it is technically an offshoot of the Stranger Things vlog. Basically. It's like the sequel, sort of. So my last vlog was reading books that either appeared in or were referenced in Stranger Things, and then I read 3 books that are set in the Stranger Things universe. So that was like a whole themed thing. Well, in that vlog, I read The Hobbit, and I thought, well, I enjoyed reading The Hobbit, and I never actually finished the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so why don't I read the Lord of the Rings trilogy while I'm waiting for more Stranger Things to come out? Now, I am filming this opening clip on the 22nd of December, and the second part of Stranger Things Season 5 comes out on Christmas night, and then the finale is on New Year's Eve. Like, the final episode is coming out independently on New Year's Eve. So, this gives me 9 days to read all of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which for a normal person would probably be 3 books that I would hold up for you and be like, hey look, the Lord of the Rings, and I would hold them up each time I read one. So that didn't happen. I requested what I thought was Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. That's what I typed in to try and like ensure that the right thing came up. And this happened. This is what I got. This is a bind-up of the entire trilogy, which, according to the opening of this book, is really how you should read The Lord of the Rings. It was like, oh, well, it's often divided into 3 books, but really it's just one complete story. So here, read what looks like the Bible as you make your way through. So, humorously, for my wife, who picked up my holds, there was that, and then also The Two Towers and Return of the King. And I just started laughing because it's my own fault. I literally just thought, because there's no descriptions for any books in our library, there's no page numbers, there's nothing. I thought the one that says, this one right here, this huge thing, was just The Fellowship, because it came up as the first search option for The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just like a fun cover, because it does mention that the movies had come out. I was like, oh, okay, cool. No, I apparently wound up with the entire bind up and then the second and third book. So the second and third book are going back to the library, and I will be reading what does in fact look like a Bible for the trilogy. I have put little tabs in the top to assist me. So this was till the start of Fellowship. Then this is The Two Towers. This is The Return of the King. You can't super see it. There we go. And then this here is just to indicate where the appendices start. I'm not reading the appendices. It's not happening. Now, if we discount the appendices, I have to read roughly 1,000 pages. I did read the prologue, in which the author very lovingly, very briefly explains The Hobbit and what hobbits are. So it's called, like, pertaining to hobbits. So I read that already, which was about 15 pages. And if you take that into account, the collected volumes are 1,008 pages in this particular edition, if we exclude the appendices. So I do technically have closer to 995, 93 pages left, but I'm just gonna say roughly 1,000. So I will be reading that behemoth. And then also filling you in on non-spoilery Stranger Things stuff, because I and my wife are very excited for new episodes. I'm wearing this Ghostbusters onesie because 1, I was cold, and 2, the Stranger Things boys, the like 4 core young boy characters, Lucas, Mike, Dustin, and Will, dress as Ghostbusters in season 2. And I happen to already have this onesie from when the Ghostbusters movie that starred female Ghostbusters came out. I wanted this, and thus I have it. And because I don't throw things away very often, I still have this. So here we are, dressed as a Ghostbuster, repping the fact that I had an outfit that matched the boys from season 2. So I will be embarking on this Lord of the Rings journey for your own knowledge. I have in the past, a long time ago, read The Fellowship. I don't remember finishing The Two Towers, but I do remember attempting to read Return of the King. So what I think happened is I read halfway through The Two Towers, stopped, attempted to finish it from that point at a later date just to get to Return of the King. And then when I tried to read Return of the King, I just didn't. Now, please note, I was a young teenager at that point, like maybe 13, 14. I'm not even quite sure. But I didn't finish the trilogy. So we're trying it again. I did always like The Hobbit. I do remember very much liking The Hobbit. I was a big fan of Bilbo. Bilbo is a great guy. Now, I remember liking The Fellowship. I just don't remember anything else. Like, I just remember I liked that one enough to keep going, but that's all I've got for you. I did see all the movies with my mom. It was like a big thing. We would go to the theater and we would see them, even though those movies are incredibly long. Though at this point, I feel like lots of movies are incredibly long, but at the time, they were exhaustingly long in comparison to normal movies. So we would go, we would see them, and then at later dates when they came out on DVD, we would watch them again. So I have seen the movies. It's been a long time, but I have seen them, which means I remember bits and pieces from those that would have existed in like specific books. But yes, so this is going to be a mostly the Lord of the Rings vlog, but it will also include Stranger Things because the Lord of the Rings is mentioned so much in Stranger Things. It comes up in season 1, it came up in Eddie's book, and then the books that I read, primarily The Talisman, which I do insist, The Talisman by Stephen King / Peter Straub, still never figured out how to say that man's name. That, I think, is key reading. If you're a Stranger Things fan, you should read The Talisman. That also mentions Lord of the Rings a lot, which makes sense because it's a questy journey book. So yes, it was mentioned a lot, so we're going to try and read it. Now, hopefully, I can do it, and I can read roughly 1,000 pages before the new year. But yeah, I will keep you apprised. I'm not really going to read much today. I read that little bit about hobbits, and Krista and I are doing a date night at home tonight, so I'm not really planning on reading much this evening. Could be wrong. Maybe we'll wind up watching football before I go to bed and I'll read during that, but we shall see. The goal is to finish what looks like the Bible. I would swear to you, this is as big as the Bible that I got for graduating a certain grade in Catholic school. Don't know why I got a Bible. Maybe I got it as... Did I get it when I graduated 8th grade? I don't know. I was in PSR and went to Catholic school for a while, and I remember being gifted a Bible. Actually, this may be bigger than that Bible, but the pages are less thin, so maybe that's why. But yeah, so I'll be reading this. This will be the only version of these books you will see. This giant bind up that is very hefty. It's just a very heavy book. But I'm gonna go. I just wanted to give you an introduction, and I probably won't talk to you until tomorrow. My hair is doing weird things. I'm blaming the water. We're apparently under a boil water advisory that my town did not feel the need to share with anyone until about like 5 hours after they had determined we had to have one, which meant all of us consumed the water. There's no way we didn't consume the water that we should have been boiling. But anyway, it's doing weird stuff to my hair. I took a shower during my lunch break and I feel like it's made my hair do strange things. It's fine. It's whatever. Anyway, now I'm rambling, but I will talk to you tomorrow at some point, possibly with an update, possibly just to chat at you. I don't know. The goal is to read this before the new year. So wish me luck, my dear Gremolinos. Also, your name has slightly changed. In previous videos, my wife insisted that your name be changed, but it's because I called a Gremlins item. I was like, oh, let's open these Gremolinos, like just for fun. She was like, you should just call your channel people that now. That would be fun. So now you're Gremolinos. The base name, still Gremlin, but Gremolino just opens us up to new possibilities, I suppose. But I'm gonna go. So I will see you later, my dear Gremolinos, with an update on the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? Hello, Gremolinos. It has been a little bit, not a ton of time, but it's been a little bit since I talked to you. So I like opened the vlog, got that all set up, and then I did not read or do anything the next day. Like it was like so much was going on. I just did not get to any of the Lord of the Rings at all. I have made slight tweaks to my plan. So I did wind up getting the audiobook for The Fellowship of the Ring. I had a credit, so I just got the actual audiobook, and like it's Audible. I have Audible. So I got that, and then I have actually requested the audiobooks from my library, so they'd be CD for Two Towers and Return of the King, but I may wind up just purchasing them or finding them because we're very busy. I just did not think about the fact that we were incredibly busy during the course of the holiday season. I don't know why I didn't think that I would. Like, I'm not sure why I thought I would have so much time to read, because I don't. Now, part of what I can do is during work, I can put on an audiobook, because I always play something while I'm working because it helps me focus better. I need to have something that I'm also like listening to or something along those lines. Sometimes it's a movie. I've done audiobooks before. Sometimes it's just YouTube, but I have to have something on. So today I had a ton of stuff to work on before the holiday. And so while I was doing all that stuff, I had the Fellowship on. I've made it to book 2 of the Fellowship. So I'm gonna give you like a brief overview of some things that have happened. So for those of you who don't know, the Fellowship of the Ring, I think I talked about this in my other clip, but we're primarily following Frodo, and he has inherited the ring from Bilbo. Now Bilbo came across the ring in The Hobbit and he has had it, and Bilbo has decided to leave the Shire and have a different life. He's going to go kind of retire, and he has left everything to Frodo, and that included the ring, though getting the ring was a bit tricky. So Gandalf came to Bilbo's 11th birthday party, in which he would turn 111 and Frodo would be turning 33, which for hobbits is the age of adulthood. You're considered an adult at 33. So it's a big joint birthday party. Frodo is Bilbo's nephew, but he was orphaned, and so he has made him like his heir, and they have lived together for an extended period of time. So during the party, Bilbo uses the ring, disappears, and then is like, oh, I'm leaving. And he's kind of told Frodo all about this, and Gandalf is aware this is happening, and Gandalf is like, oh, you should leave the ring. Like, don't take the ring with you. Leave it here. And that gets very tense. And it is one of the first times where we see the ring affecting Bilbo in any way. It didn't really affect him in The Hobbit, though we did know it affected Gollum or Smeagol. And we also get a lot of info on the ring. So eventually, Frodo is going to be tasked with going on an adventure, and this is brought up by Gandalf, who informs him that the ring is dangerous, people are coming for the ring, and that he's determined this is the ring of power. And the issue here is that the one ring of all of the rings is the most dangerous. It was designed for sorry, I knew I was gonna cough. My asthma has been a hot mess today. I've been outside. I've had to run around the house a little bit during my lunch break, and just like, I'm so bleh. But I'm leaving it in because I have asthma, and if I had every time that I had to cough or had an asthma thing, we would be doomed. See? So actually I have water. Hold on. Maybe this will kind of help. So Frodo winds up going on an adventure, but Gandalf does not want him to go alone. He also does tell him the ring is dangerous. Don't use the ring. It's bad. Don't use it. Just don't do it. The ring is always on a chain, has been on a chain since Bilbo, so it remains on the chain. Now, the fun part is Sam, who has been Frodo and Bilbo's gardener. His father was the gardener. He and Frodo are pretty close, and Frodo winds up eavesdropping, and then Gandalf's like, oh hey, you didn't want to go alone? You're going with Sam, because, you know, Sam heard everything and Sam is going with you. So Sam is supposed to be his traveling companion. And on top of that, we wind up having Merry and Pippin join. So we have the 4 hobbits who are going on a quest. They are off with the ring, but there are ring wraiths. They're called Black Riders, but I believe their official title is like ring wraith. It's been a minute, okay? And so they are hunting for Baggins. They know Baggins has the ring, so they are trying to find him, and then we wind up with these 4 hobbits who have never really ventured outside of the Shire in a number of dangerous situations. We meet some very fun characters. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm gonna forget his name now. And I really, really, really liked him. Oh gosh, hold on. So we meet a man who has mushrooms, who is very aware of Frodo, because Frodo stole from him. Oh my gosh, where is it? Hold on. It's mentioned. Where is it? Oh, why is my brain a pile of mush? Hold on. Oh my goodness, where is it? Where is it? Oh no. It's Tom. and it's in here, and it was very funny, and I very much enjoyed him. Oh gosh. Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, here he is. Well, now it's just Tom. We're just calling him Tom over and over. Oh gosh. Okay. Bombadil. There we go. I was like, what the heck is his name? I very much enjoyed Tom Bombadil. He kind of appears just like help the hobbits suddenly. And that's very fun. We also learned that Gandalf was supposed to be traveling with Frodo, and something has happened. He's been delayed. And we learned there was supposed to be a letter. Eventually, Frodo gets that letter. And at that point, there's just a lot of running around. Like, they're trying to avoid ring wraiths, or it's the nine riders. I think I'm calling them the wrong thing, but the 9 black riders that are after them. That's happened. And we've also been introduced to Strider, who is Aragorn. And that I did very clearly remember. They were like, this is Strider. And I was like, Strider is Aragorn. I was just like, I remember. I don't remember a lot, but I remember that. So they now have Strider with them. The hobbits continue to call him Strider. His other name has not been revealed to them. But Strider is with them and helping them, and an elf has just arrived. It's not Legolas, but there is an elf who has helped a very injured Frodo. He was like an arrow hit him, and so they are making it to where the elves are. And in regard to that, I also believe Gandalf is appearing. There's a bit of magic occurring, but now I'm into book 2, which not 2 Towers. I'm in book 2 of the Fellowship. So I am very much enjoying the audiobook because they actually sing the song parts that I admittedly when I'm reading kind of try and read but then kind of gloss over because I don't know the tune. So it is fun to hear them sung. I do love singing in an audiobook. And we also get I mean, it's also interesting because a lot of this involves like spoken stories, like Strider is telling stories or the hobbits are telling stories, and so it's us hearing the story as though we are with the hobbits. So I do enjoy that too. I think it adds to the element, at least for me. But I am enjoying it. I'm sorry you didn't get to see my fun onesie I had on earlier today. I had on a Demogorgon onesie. I'll wear it again before this video is over, but I was wearing that and very cozy. But yes, so I am very much enjoying The Lord of the Rings, but I am using the audiobook, or have been today, because it was impossible. I have had no downtime. It's the end of my workday, in case you were curious, but I've had no time. Like, even during my lunch, I was doing a bunch of stuff, so I was like, okay. Like this morning, I was like, should I get the audiobook? I have a credit. I should get the audiobook. And then I did that and then requested the ones from my library. But I am very much enjoying it, and I do think the audiobook is adding to my enjoyment of this. Also, I grew up in a family where we listened to audiobooks a lot. My mom did. She always got them from the library, and you would just like be in the car with her listening to an audiobook. So I'm just like used to audiobooks, I guess, just because I remember them. I apparently had a Secret Garden audiobook that I listened to consistently when I was a toddler. I like had a tape and I would like put it in and take it out and put it in. It was a whole thing. So I also do enjoy audiobooks. So I'm having a fun time. I will probably read some physically, possibly later tonight. I'm not sure. I would like to get through more of the Fellowship, but we'll just see. I know I'm pretty tired. Chris is pretty tired. Tomorrow is Christmas. And that means we are not going to be home. We are invited to her parents' house for Chinese food. And then we'll be watching Stranger Things. So yes, the day is very full tomorrow. So that will be tomorrow. I will not be taking you to the dinner. I'm not filming at their house. That is just not the thing. But I will probably film what we wind up doing for Stranger Things, because we'll be like hanging out, watching Stranger Things. I'll be wearing a very cozy sweatshirt. Maybe I'll put in the Demogorgon onesie tomorrow. I haven't decided. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, so maybe I'll read some more tonight. I don't know. This is a long clip. There's a lot to talk about. I know this is going to be pretty spoilery because it's a long book, but I am enjoying it. So, and it's a long book in that I'm reading a version that has all the books smooshed together. But I do need to go. We're gonna have dinner and hang out, possibly watch season 5 of Stranger Things for the 3rd time. We'll see. The episodes that are out, I mean. But yeah, but I gotta go. I just want to give you a little bit of an update that audiobooks have come in, because I don't have as much downtime or like physical reading time, because I can put on the audiobook while I'm doing other things, and I want to do that, so that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, I'll give you updates when I have something either Lord of the Rings or Stranger Things related is the plan. But I'm gonna go. Sorry this is such a long clip, but I will talk to you sometime on Christmas, Grumelinos. Hi. Oh gosh. I totally said it was an arrow and it's a knife. It's a blade that gets Frodo. Sorry. It was just bothering me that I was like, wait, did I say arrow? It was definitely not an arrow. Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. But I literally was like, oh crap. So it's a blade. Sorry about that. But I do actually have to go now. So talk to you tomorrow on Christmas. Hello, Gremelinos. I am a Demogorgon. I knew it was gonna fall. I'm in my Demogorgon onesie. Krista is in a very cool Steve Harrington shirt, which you can kind of see. Yes, you can see it. It is 8 o'clock on, I'm gonna pull this down, Christmas Day, and we are going to watch Stranger Things. I have Waffle Crisp cereal because it doesn't have marshmallows. We have wine. We have chocolates, like orange chocolates. You can kind of see that? They're right there. Oh, Krista's going to hold things. Orange chocolates. And Krista has Demogorgon Crunch somewhere, the cereal they came out with. So, oh, nice. Thank you. Ta-da! So we're ready. We're going to start the season. I'm not going to play any clips of it at all because I'm sure I would get hit with a copyright thing immediately. But we are going to start watching Stranger Things Season 5, Part 2. We will see you possibly tomorrow morning, but we'll give you spoiler-free thoughts on it. Also, I've read a teeny bit more of Lord of the Rings. I'm not very far, but I'm with the Council of Elrond, which is very fun. But yes, so we'll see you after Stranger Things Part 2. Hello, Gremelinos. Behold the squawk outfit. Squawk hat. Because my hair is gross. I need to shower. Squawk sweatshirt because it's cozy. We ran a bunch of errands today, which I'm going to show you some of the stuff later from errand running. I did use a gift card for some things. It was very fun. But I ran by the library and I picked up my holds, which were the CD book for The Two Towers and The Return of the King. I also have the CD book for The Fellowship in my bag too, but I had already gotten the audiobook. Just, it was taking a really long time because a lot of the books I checked out and were returning were checked out to me damaged, and so they had to make like a bunch of notes like returned with slip to say pre-damaged, blah, blah, blah. But I have these two for sure. We're about to eat lunch, so I'm gonna be pretty quick, but I'm gonna scoot this way. What are your spoiler-free thoughts on Part 2?
We love Steve.
We do love Steve. I don't know that it's spoilery to say that we like the Dustin and Steve moments.
No,
because
that's
Dustin
nice.
and Steve are like together a lot anyway.
Yeah.
So we like that. Again, no spoilers for anything, but I liked events between two female characters. Not gonna say who.
Right, there are very like uplifting moments and there are sad moments where you think that something's going to turn out alright and then it doesn't.
Yes. Now, we did see online that a lot of people thought this was a lot of like dialogue. So there is a lot of like explanation and build up to what is probably going to be a very sad and very heavy finale. But I don't know, we were talking about this and I feel like a lot of the discussion stuff is because they're trying to reference the play without explaining the entire plot of the play, but they also have to assume you don't know the play exists. So a number of people at this point have watched the play itself, have watched videos explaining the play, but other people didn't do that. Like, there are just casual viewers who are not taking the time to watch an entire description of a play. So I am granting some of the stuff is being explained in a lot more detail so that people understand. Because I do think some of it would be complicated if you're coming into it with no foreknowledge of the play. Like, they are explaining things from the play that are also scientific concepts that would be a little annoying. Also, there is a thing that Dustin finds. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say what it is. But I'm hoping that they recreate it because I actually want to have it. And that's all I'm going to say. I will talk to my wife about that off camera. But yeah, but we can't really tell you anything because it's a lot of like exposition for the end. So, I mean, we had a fun time.
Yeah.
We watched with the pups.
We didn't have any difficulty viewing it, unlike a lot of people apparently.
Yeah, we were totally fine.
Like literally at 8 o'clock though, we were like, and...
Yeah. Like, we were doing a FaceTime with the Ohio contingent, I'll just say, because but they had already like finished up their Christmassy stuff and we FaceTimed them and we literally ended at 7:50 so we could take the dogs out, and we told them like we're watching Stranger Things at 8 so we're gonna go. So we took the dogs out and then we watched all 3 episodes, and then yeah, we'll probably rewatch them today, tomorrow, because I mean we can't, the new episode isn't until New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So, like, we have so much time. Though we are also going to watch heated rivalry.
Yes.
Because
finally.
we heard that the finale came out today, and we have not watched it solely because, like, one, I did not know when it came out, and then I thought it was longer, and I was saying, like, oh, I'd rather wait until, like, the whole thing is out since we've been doing all the Stranger Things rewatching and stuff, but apparently it's all out now, so we're gonna watch that sometime today.
And Chloe, while we were watching Stranger Things, bought Catherine more Stranger Things things.
Yes. Yes.
That she doesn't know about.
Correct.
Some she knows about.
Yes.
Some she
There are
doesn't.
some things I don't. But yeah, but we're gonna eat.
Chloe likes
Phil.
to shop sometimes.
Chloe does love to shop. Krista jokingly said that Chloe's phone privileges needed to be taken away. But yeah, we're gonna chill. I'll show you the stuff I got with my gift card when I'm in an outfit that goes with that stuff, so you'll see later. I spent $1 because we got like a little Visa gift card for, well, each of us got one for Christmas, and I used it to get some stuff that was themed. But yeah, we're gonna eat because we're hungry.
And then we're gonna nap, and we're actually gonna have like parts of our body touching, like PG parts of our body.
We will cuddle. We're going to cuddle.
But our dogs don't
let us cuddle. And I have like a sore neck on one side because of how I had to sleep 2 nights ago.
And I have a sore neck on all sides.
Yeah. So we're gonna eat and then we're gonna cuddle and take a nap. So I will talk to you at some point later. Grandma knows because I also have to prep some food for tomorrow. Yes. We're gonna eat and sleep. So I will talk to you possibly later tonight. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not till tomorrow. Who knows? Talk to you when I'm gonna talk to you. I can't reach the button. I can't reach the button. Okay, bye. Hello, Grandma knows. I am tired. We got up at like 10:30 and we had to shovel our entire driveway because we got plowed in. Which was really annoying because they actually plowed in our fence. So I almost couldn't get out of our front yard at all. Which means I wouldn't have been able to get out of our property at all because our back fence is snowed in from just like general snow removal. So it was fun, but I got out, and then Krista and I worked on that. Then I worked on making a belated Christmas dinner. So we've had this like frozen prime rib for a while, and I cooked that. I made dressing, which is, it's stuffing, but when you don't stuff the thing with it, it's called dressing. So I made that, and I made 2 different cranberry sauces. And then I made some like instant mashed potatoes with garlic, and was that, I think that's it. That's all I made. And then we had some rolls. I made that, and Krista's parents came over, and that was nice. They weren't over for wildly long.
Just an hour.
Yeah. So they basically like ate, hung out with the dogs a little, and then said they had to go. And I just cleaned up the kitchen. We have been, mostly Krista has been cleaning since yesterday to like make sure everything looked nice. And then I did kitchen prep last night, and then I cooked some stuff last night that needed done, and then I did some cooking today. I'm wearing my fun Barb shirt.
So you'd love to see me actually move my ass.
Salem is always insistent that Krista should be working on a project, and she gets very grouchy when she doesn't. Brain, I was gonna say something. Oh, I am farther in Lord of the Rings. I could not tell you exactly where I am because I'm tired. But I had the audiobook on while I was cooking. The hobbits have... they're making their way. The fellowship has embarked. So everyone is all together and they're going. Things that I do remember from reading it when I was younger. I very much remember Bill the horse, which does not surprise me because I was definitely a horse girl. So me remembering Bill the horse being a key element of travel is just fun to me. I love Sam. I love Sam Gamgee so much.
Oh, he's my favorite.
He is a delight. I love Sam just so much. He has like a whole pack ready to go of like stuff, and he's like going through it and prepping, and he's the one who found Bill. Like, he's just like so ready. I also wanted to mention, so I really liked Tom Bombadil when he was introduced. He's just like very funny, and the ring does not work. It has no power over Tom Bombadil. Like, he can't, it doesn't affect him. Like, he can still see people if they put it on. And so it was funny because they're having the Council of Elrond, and someone's like, we'll just give it to Tom Bombadil. And Gandalf's like, you cannot do that. And they're like, why? And he's like, well, he'll give it away. He'll lose it. He'll just like forget he has it. He basically was like, Tom Bombadil does not have the time to deal with these things. He just won't do it. He has his own business.
So the evening game.
It was very funny. But yes. Oh yeah, Chris is trying to find a football game. I'm gonna read during the football game, though we are going to take a bit of a nap, I believe, because we're both really tired. And we have plenty of leftovers, so we're eating again in a little bit.
You made a fantastic meal Gremolinos.
I tried very hard.
And
I
we
like
killed
cooking.
the driveway.
Yes, our driveway looks incredible. And we did it in like a half hour, right? It wasn't even an hour.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so we did all of that. I was trying to think, oh, for the book.
Okay, that's Sunday's game.
Yeah, but I am very much enjoying it. We also got the section where Gandalf, explains Saruman.
This is CBS.
Yeah. And Saruman, I think, is just like an interesting character in that he's Saruman the White, and then he becomes Saruman of many colors because he wants the ring. And I remember thinking Saruman was a very cool, like, bad guy for Gandalf to have to contend with. Yeah, I'm just really enjoying myself. I love that the hobbits call Aragorn Strider, even though everyone is like, this is Aragorn, and they're like, oh yes, Strider, the man from the inn. So I'm just having a delightful time. I know I'm reading really slow and I'm using the audiobook, and the CD book is going to be even slower paced because I admittedly play my audiobooks for myself at 2x speed typically. And the CDs, I can't do that, so the CDs will be at 1x speed, so they will take me much longer if I use them. I do think I will off and on. It's going to be tricky with the CDs because of tracks. You can't line up a CD the way you can like a digital audiobook, but I'll make it work. But yeah, so I am going to take a nap, and then I'm going to read from my giant Bible of Lord of the Rings, and I'm going to change, I think. I like this shirt. I was debating about leaving it on all day, but I don't know. I want to take a nap, and I don't know if I want to nap in it or if I want to nap in something else. So we'll see. I may have different clothes on when you see me again, but I wanted to highlight my Barb shirt. Oh, also we watched Heated Rivalry. Watched all of it last night. We watched 6 episodes. We did not go to bed until 3 o'clock in the morning. It was good. I preferred, personally, we preferred Kip and Scott's storyline, like their episode and then their plot. Which does make sense because they are actually the first book in the series. So it is called the Game Changer series. And Game Changer is Kip and Scott. I kind of want to read that one more than I do the duo of Ilya and... Oh god, why can't I remember his name? Because he never says it. Oh my gosh. What is his actual name? Shane. Shane and Ilya. I am more interested to read the Kip and Scott one, but I think I would at some point read them. I'm just waiting for them to be in stock or for my library to have them, so I'm not gonna rush it. Maybe I'll read them. They'd be fun for Valentine's Day, right? Because they're like hockey, it's snowy. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm just throwing my hair all over the place right now. don't mind me. But yeah, so we watched it. We did like it. The final episode was very good, and I liked the Kip Scott stuff. We both agreed those were all very good.
If they kick out, does that mean you actually have the game?
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, there's NFL stuff playing. I gotta talk fast because you can't hear any of this because it's copyrighted. I'll talk really quick. That's really it though. We did like Heated Rivalry. It's just so many people were like very like, this is the best thing I've ever watched, and I was like, it was good. It was a very well done gay romance. But it's a lot of hookup culture. Like, it's a lot of, like, we're hooking up stuff. Which is not exactly what like, the hookup stuff is not that important to me. I would rather see them, like, growing emotionally. And that doesn't really happen until the final episode. So, like, maybe the final 2. But, like, it's just, like, it's not a lot. Oh, I gotta go. I will... Oh, she did pause it. Thank you. Okay, that was it, though. We liked it. At some point I will read some of the books. Gavin included Heated Rivalry in his like top books of the year because he read it before he even knew a show was coming out, and that does make me think it would be good. But I do think I want to read Game Changer first. Anyway, gonna nap, and then I'll be reading Lord of the Rings and also eating more stuffing / dressing. I always call it dressing. I don't know what to tell you. It's not ranch. It's bread. It's bread full of celery and onions and poultry seasoning. And if my mom sees this, I almost put allspice in it. I grabbed the wrong seasoning and I dropped a bunch of allspice on the top, and I had to scoop it out of a portion of the pan. I don't know that she'll see this, but I think she would think that was funny because I used to make it with my mom, and I now make it myself, but my mom doesn't make it. So eventually I have to make it for her. We'll go to Ohio and I will make her dressing, and I will make her chutney, and I will make all the things that I always used to be in charge of. But yeah, it was fine. I saved it, but I did pour a bunch of allspice in part of the pan, and allspice does not go in this. Anyway, I'm tired and babbling. So I'll talk to you later, Gremolinos, when I'm possibly more awake. Possibly. Who knows? Who knows?
Goose says hello. She wished to appear on camera because she is beautiful. But we are here. Well, really for you. Yes, this is your moment. It's your moment. Yes, yes, your moment. We're actually here because I finished the fellowship. I did it. So we're now on to the... Let me flip it so you can see. Nope, that just says book 3. The Two Towers. But let me flip this around so you can see me. Behold the goose. And my wife in her new jersey. But hi, I'm wearing my squawk sweatshirt, but I'm about to change because Krista wanted me to wear Bengal stuff. And I'm gonna go make skyline chili / fake Cincinnati style chili to be in theme with Bengals. But Fellowship of the Ring. I had told you many things. They wind up in, like, there's so many things that happen, and I'm not gonna recap the entire book for you, but fun fact, to get into the mines, Gandalf has to say a specific word, and that specific word is used while a gate is being opened in Stranger Things Season 5 Part 2, which was very fun. Sorry, I'm a little coffee today. On top of that, we have the party meeting the elves. They get some time in the elf realm, like with one of the elf... I don't quite know how to explain it. It's one of the groups of elves because they're in different areas. But we have that. We get a lot. Like, we meet the Balrog. We get the "you cannot pass" scene. Like, there's so many things, but it was so much fun. Poor Bill the pony had to go home though. But Gandalf did spell him because Sam was afraid he would get eaten by wolves. So he should safely make it back to the Shire. And at the end, so this is going to be mildly spoilery anyway because I'm talking about 3 books that are all like a connected trilogy.
$40 today.
Oh, okay. Krista could win $40 today. Look at that. It's in her league. Like, they all gave like 20 bucks or something. And then there are prizes for the top 3 teams. So if she comes in 3rd, she gets 40 bucks. So cross your fingers, I guess. Blah, 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 blah. So the party has to make a choice at the end. And the fellowship winds up breaking up. So they do have to go their separate ways, primarily because they ask Frodo what he wants to do because he's the ring bearer. And he is debating, and then Boromir goes wild. Boromir is a jerk, and Frodo's like, I gotta go, I just gotta go. So Frodo actually just leaves. Like, he's just like, I'm going alone, it's fine, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna destroy this ring, it's totally cool, I need to leave. So he's leaving, and then while they're doing all of this, like, the party has been waiting for him, and then Aragorn's like, he has been gone too long. Like, where is he? And then when Boromir does show up, he's like, oh, I may have scared him, and he ran off. And Aragorn's like, where is he? Like, where did he go? And he's like, he left like hour ago. And so all of them go looking for Frodo. And Sam, because Sam is his like closest friend, is like, oh, where would he go? Where would he go? And he runs through this whole plan, and he's like, I know! And he runs to Frodo, and that's how Frodo and Sam wind up together, because Sam's like, well, I thought you were gonna leave today. Like, I thought we would leave. So all my stuff is packed. Let me get my stuff so we have stuff. Let's go. So now they're alone. Everyone else is together, but they're determining who's going where because they need to go to Minas Tirith to reforge the sword. But Frodo and the ring need to get to Mordor so they can melt the ring. So everyone's been kind of split up to accommodate those goals. What else? There's something. Oh, also everyone is very mean to Pippin. Everyone. Because he's the youngest, and I don't know why, but like Gandalf got mad at him. I feel like everyone was getting mad at him. At one point Gandalf does kind of apologize because he's like, why don't you go sleep? I'm gonna smoke my pipe. You don't have to keep watch. You're good. But like, it's just so odd. I don't remember them being that mean to Pippin. Also, Merry is helpful because he can sail boats. Is the thing that comes up. But like, they want to go with Frodo, but they're obviously not with Frodo. So they're going with Boromir, I believe, to Minas Tirith. But if I remember, bad things happened to Merry and Pippin. I vaguely remember that. But I had an enjoyable time. I am very glad that I made it to Two Towers. The problem here is that I remember Two Towers being very difficult for me to read the first time. Like, it was just taking me a really long time. So we'll see how that goes. I'll be reading during football when we're like not eating lunch or dinner. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I need to make food, but please know I'm enjoying this. And eventually I will show you the things that I bought, because maybe I'll wear a fun outfit tomorrow. Yes, but I must away to the kitchen to make us the food. So talk to you, dear Grimalinos, later today.
Grimalinos.
Scribbly news! We start with the important news. My wife, over here, she came in 3rd in her fantasy league, and she had the highest point total for this week. But coming in 3rd means that she technically wins a teeny prize. So she basically made her money back for doing fantasy football, because you have to like pay to join most leagues, because there's fees and stuff. But she won a tiny cash prize. Very tiny. Super tiny. Not the kind you even have to like claim on your taxes. So tiny. But very positive news. We just finished the football game, and based on the end of that football game, she and her opponent are done for the week. Neither of them have anyone in on Monday. So she can officially say that she is in 3rd solidly because she won the matchup. So wanted to let you know in advance. On top of this, I have finished, not this entire book. I did read all of the Two Towers though. I did it. And I totally understand why I had an issue with it when I was a kid. So the entire first half of the Two Towers is actually following Legolas, Aragorn, sort of Boromir, and Gimli. Eventually, Gandalf and other characters will appear in the story, but they are the entire first half of the book. And there's like a battle, and there's orcs, and there's madness, and Saruman, and so many things are happening. And I'm not going to bog you down with all the details of the Two Towers. Just know a lot of things are happening, and Gandalf becomes Gandalf the White. I also love Gandalf, FYI. I think he's very fun to follow. Pippin is also very important in this first half, even though he was a pain in everyone's ass in the Fellowship, or at least they all thought he was. That's the tone I get from everyone talking to him, but he's much better in this one. Though he does do something interesting where Gandalf is like, why did you do that? But we have all of that. Oh, we meet the Ents. I do love Treebeard. So the Ents are very cool. Do appreciate the Ents and all of their hard work. And then after a ton of stuff happens in the first half, including a lot of battle stuff, which in part, I know that's why I did not like it as a teen. Battle sequences are not my favorite. I get very kind of like meh about them. I know they're important to the plot. I know that horrible things are happening. But for some reason, when it's like, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and this is happening over here, my brain starts to like not follow what's going on. I did understand what was happening, but I know as a teenager, every time that happened, I'd be like, what? I also like in this that Legolas and Gimli are friends now. And we also met more elves. There was a whole thing about elves and dwarves, and we got more detail into that. And yes, in the second half, we are following Sam and Frodo and technically Smeagol, who has joined them in some capacity as their guide. Now, he is sort of finagled into this situation because he knows that Frodo has the ring because a Baggins stole it. And so there's this whole, like, Smeagol fighting with himself. And I just love Sam. Sam is my favorite character. Sam is literally like, why are we doing this? Why are you letting him help us? Why did you bring him on this journey, Mr. Frodo? Why is this going on? Also, we got the potatoes line, which cracks me up every time. So yes, I greatly enjoyed the second half. Then, I'm going to point out that Mr. Tolkien leaves us on a giant cliffhanger at the end of this book. Because, I'm just gonna let you know, Frodo is captured. Cause Sam, oh my gosh, poor Sam. Sam thinks that Frodo has died. I will include that there are spoilers in the title of this video, so I'm just, it's a trilogy, like, there's no way to avoid it. But, there is a big spider. And said spider poisons Frodo. And Sam believes that Frodo has died. He takes on the ring, he takes Sting, he's prepared to finish the journey for Mr. Frodo. And then orcs take Frodo's body and are like, oh hey, he's not dead. And Sam's like, I knew it! Why did I leave him? So literally, the book, The Two Towers, ends with Sam being like, I didn't mean to, oh no, Mr. Frodo! And they're separated. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then, because this is one book and it's very easy to open, I went and set up, like, I put my bookmark in chapter 1 of The Return of the King, and it starts with, like, Pippin. And I was like, of course it does. I'm gonna have to wait forever to know if Sam and Frodo are fine. Again, I have seen all the Lord of the Rings movies. It's been a while, but I remember some things. But I don't remember ever reading Return of the King. I know I started it at some point, but I don't think I ever finished it. So I'm guessing I got to whatever point made me pleased with myself, and then I was just like, no, I don't know, I just didn't read it. I know I didn't. I remember trying very hard and I just didn't finish it, which again, maybe, I don't know why. My guess would be there's like war prep or something and I just kind of zoned out and just didn't read it. I don't know. Also, I had seen the movie. I was trying to read it before the movie came out. I didn't get time. And so I tried to read it after I saw the movie. And so maybe I was just like, meh. I don't know. I really don't. But I know I didn't finish Return of the King at all. So yes. So I will be reading Return of the King. Hopefully before the new year. Though this video is going to go past New Year's Eve because we are going to watch the Stranger Things finale and give you our unspoilery thoughts on that. I'm casually spoiling the decades-old Lord of the Rings, but I will not spoil Stranger Things for you. Sorry about your luck there, if you were hoping for spoilers for both. But yes, but I'm very pleased with myself because I read all of the Two Towers in one day, and I was not even sure I would finish it. And I read it all with my eyeballs. Didn't even use the audiobook.
You know what?
What?
Grandmalinos are the ones I love. Grandmalinos are the ones I love. Grandmalinos are the ones I love. And you know you can't top that.
Well, there you go. That's the end of the clip. Bruni was watching Krista sing. It was very cute. But we are going to watch a Hallmark movie.
Yes.
Make It or Break It Holiday.
Written by
oh yes,
April.
Vanessa Moreno. Is that her name?
April.
She's April in Gilmore Girls, and she's Bae in Switch to Birth. But she is like a co-writer on 2 different Hallmark movies this year. She did the Buffalo Bills movie, which I don't remember the name of. I just know it's a Buffalo Bills movie. And then...
But it was fun.
Yeah, it was cute. And then this other one she co-wrote with her, like, writing partner. So we're gonna watch that. But yes, I just wanted to let you know that I finished the Two Towers, dang it. And tomorrow we're having a very Stranger Things themed day. So you'll get to see some of that. Also wearing my Squawk shirt. But I'm gonna change into cooler pajamas, I think, because I'm pretty warm. But I'm very pleased. I'm so pleased with myself for finishing the Two Towers. So look at me, finishing a book that I know I took a million years to finish as a youth. Woo. Adult me. Doing better than, I think, 13-year-old me. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow morning, Grandmalinos, when we start our Stranger Things themed day. You'll see. All right. Talk to you in the morning. Good afternoon, Grandmalinos. We are in the bedroom and we slept very late. We both have today off and we are going to do like a, oh, I went to move my hair and it did a weird thing. Anyway, we're going to do like a Stranger Things afternoon now since we slept through the morning. But I'm wearing my Robin sweatshirt from season 5. We though are going to be watching season 4 because we think we have time before the finale to watch like one entire season and then the newer episodes. So that's the plan. This is the only day I have off before New Year's Eve. And then I get the day after New Year's Eve off. Like everyone does on my company. But we are going to have coffee, and I am having coffee out of this Endor mug because Steve keeps talking about the movie with the bears. And I just think it's funny because I also like the bears. The little teddy bears are very cute. They're called Ewoks, I know. But coffee, and we got donuts. They had this little like 2-pack for less than $2 when we were grocery shopping. And it's 2 little eclairs. Sorry, this image is not great, but it's just 2 little cream-filled eclair things, and we're gonna have those. But yeah, so we're gonna watch season 4. The cat is gonna steal those donuts. And let me flip you around. See, we have the lights on, that's all set up. Yes, there's clothes everywhere, but it's all like football clothes because we were swapping in and out. I do need to move one thing. But yeah, so that's the setup. Yes, there are clothes everywhere. But we're gonna have coffee and donuts.
Your cat's eating your...
Yep, I knew he was gonna eat the donuts. He is. See, told you, he's gonna eat the donuts. So I gotta go. Oh my gosh, yep. Okay, we're gonna go. Haven't read anything else, but I assumed you assumed I have not started Return of the King yet. And now you're just gonna lick your lips. You couldn't have gotten that much. The cardboard's on that side. Anyway, we're going to enjoy our coffee and quiet contemplation. Good morning, Gremolinos. Yes, I'm standing very awkwardly, but it's so you can see my cup that says mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Krista had this made for me, and this is the only angle where it doesn't reflect my work computer. So, ta-da! I'm gonna put this down here for a sec. So she actually like reached out to someone on Etsy and they made the mug for me, which is very cool. Now if you're noticing, I'm doing a very Eddie outfit because I have Return of the King updates. And on top of that, I have some new accessories. So I got the One Ring. Ta-da! And I also got, so I'll show you the sets because I also got an Eddie Munson ring, but it's not exactly a ring. So it's part of a friendship set. So it was on like a chain and there's a second one. So I got 2 rings on chains as for like Eddie because I saw the ring and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And it was on sale. And then I knew they had this. So it is a 2 set. So you have 2 of them. So I have like a backup. Which is nice. And I had a gift card and they were doing some kind of sale. So I got everything for, like, I only paid $1 because the gift card was like a gift. It was $25. But like I used my whole gift card and then I only had to pay $1 to cover like tax. So that was incredible. And gave me good Eddie Munson accessories and the One Ring, which I really did want for this video if I could get it for like cheap. I was like, if I get a gift card at all for Christmas, I'm going to get the ring because I wanted it for like some photos. I think it would be fun to have just for like outfits. It would work really well for Eddie, I think, because Eddie does a whole thing about like going to Mordor because the Shire is on fire. So I really, really appreciate that. And I think it works like as a cool, fun little Eddie thing, even though I know he doesn't actually wear it. But your Return of the King update. I'm gonna say halfway because I read all of book 1 of The Return of the King. So I'm on the final book, which according to this like giant thing, it's book 6. So I am on book 6 and I completely understand why young Catherine was like, I'm not finishing this. So all of book 1, like the first book of Return of the King, is following Merry, Pippin, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. Now, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli are typically together, or at least like Legolas and Gimli are. And like Aragorn is doing additional things. And then Merry and Pippin, after the events of Two Towers, where I was correct, horrible things happen to them, they are separated. So Pippin winds up with Gandalf after he does something that Gandalf is like, not great. He's just like, you're coming with me. And then Merry winds up initially with the original like party. So he's with Aragorn, he's with Legolas, he's with Gimli. But then he winds up being with like in battle. He like chooses to go to battle. And so Merry winds up fighting, Pippin winds up involved in some very complex stuff and eventually fighting. And then Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn are traveling a lot. So they're traveling like the Road of the Dead, and Aragorn is like preparing to go into battle, and my battery's dying, but that's totally fine because I'm almost done. But there are so many names thrown at you in that section and so many people and so many things. We see Éowyn, I believe that's how you say her name, in 2 different roles. We see a number of like kings who are not the king because Aragorn is totally the king. But we don't get Sam and Frodo after a huge cliffhanger at the end of the Two Towers until this second book in The Return of the King. So as like young me, I would have been like, this is annoying, and I wouldn't have skipped ahead. So I would have just been like, done. And now I will actually be reading the Sam and Frodo part. I have the audiobook on CD for my library, so I may put that on today. I am playing some YouTube as catch up because there are a bunch of like booktube videos going up. So I'm going to be catching up on those and then tossing in the CD book if I can, or I'll read during lunch. Today's a weird day. There's been a big storm. And Krista may or may not be coming home for lunch, so I don't quite know what my day is going to be like. But I'm going to keep drinking coffee. And if I do the CD book, I will show you. But I do definitely need to charge my battery and get ready for work. So work starts very, very soon. So I'm going to get back to playing YouTube, getting all my stuff set up, and I will talk to you later today, Gremolinos.
Hello, Gremolinos. It is a little ways after work, or a lot of ways after work. I don't even know. But I finished The Return of the King. I'm going to put this down now, but I finished it. This is just so heavy. I listened to a little bit of the audiobook, but one of the discs didn't play at all. Disc 9, which was one of the ones I needed, just would not play. It was completely messed up. So I have to tell the library, but I was able to listen to a little bit of it, which was, I did get to listen to the very like emotional Sam assisting Frodo as they take the ring, and also the scene where the ring and Gollum are reunited, which I had completely forgotten involved the severing of a digit. So that was dramatic. But I very much enjoyed the final book of The Return of the King.
because it is mostly Sam and Frodo, and then like everything getting back to normal in the Shire. There are a number of things that get tied up, like Éowyn and some of the other high up folk, and Aragorn just as the king returns. But it was very good. I very much enjoyed it. I don't want to, I mean, I did say I was going to spoil some things. Krista's watching the replay of a football game. So if you hear Krista sounds, she's bundled up in her Dallas little thing. But yes, it's very good. Sam is definitely my favorite character. Gandalf, I still very much enjoy, but he is less in the story as we get near the end because he is not with Sam and Frodo, and then he is not part of the returning the Shire back to normal. Also, I really thought that Pippin was doomed because Pippin and Merry get into a number of terrible situations. But I was very glad to see everyone reunited. At least in a way. And the ending is emotional, especially because you're following Sam. So yeah, Sam is my favorite. Also, there's so much barking because there are a number of wild crows everywhere. Yeah. I will very quickly tie up that I very much enjoyed Return of the King. This was a fun time. And if we use The Lord of the Rings as any inspiration for Stranger Things, I'd be curious to see how many people actually do make it to the end. Because, Tolkien, sneaky guy over here. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Again, Sam is my favorite. Sam may now be one of my favorite literary characters because he is wonderful. Just truly wonderful. Does not care that he may also fall into peril. He will be there for Master Frodo, no matter what. Even though he's just a young hobbit. He's much younger than Frodo. And he just wants to garden and eat potatoes. But unrelated to Lord of the Rings, so in another video, I mentioned that there was like a crow infestation in our town, and they were all hanging out downtown at night. And tonight, when Krista got home from work to take the dogs out, she and Chloe got swooped by crows, and our entire neighborhood is full of crows. Like, they tried to steal Chloe, and Chloe is not small. Chloe is a full-grown dog, and Krista had to lay atop her to protect her from the crows. Now, neither of them got touched by a crow, but they did swoop to get at Chloe while she was outside, which is horrifying. And then Krista was like, you should look outside. And I was like, oh my god, this is horrifying. It's like the birds. It's literally like being in the birds. They're everywhere. So that's truly horrifying. But yes, so Lord of the Rings is completed. Mostly read, physically, which I'm very proud I was able to do. What else? We watched a hunk of season 4. We have 2 episodes of season 4 left, and then we'll re-watch season 5 again, because the finale is tomorrow. But I'm going to leave you here for now, Grumelinos. There's more of this video, but the more of the video...
Grumelinos!
The more of the video will be filmed tomorrow, in the evening before the finale, because we're going to do a special dinner. It's going to be very fun. But I'm going to show you all of that. And then we'll maybe do spoiler-free thoughts on the finale to close out the video.
We love Steve.
We do love Steve.
Team Steve.
Yes.
You show them their...
Oh, they have seen it. I will show it again probably tomorrow when we're doing our whole, like, thing. But we will see you again the night of the finale. I need to change so I can cook dinner tonight. But be ready for some very fun themed Stranger Things stuff for the finale.
Have a nice Chianti.
Yes, so we will see you before the finale. Prepare yourselves. It'll be mere seconds for you, but be ready for dinner and the finale.
Save me.
Oh gosh, Salem is very amped up. She wants to be let out of the bedroom. We had to close the doors. It's a whole thing.
Are you coming?
But I'm gonna go. I will see you when we have dinner ready for the finale.
Hello, Grumelinos. This is our upside down cake, which is secretly Black Forest cake, but it has lots of layers. See the layers? I forgot to show you the pasta. We had ravioli with mushrooms and cream sauce. And we had, oh, you still have your little cup up here, don't you? And we used these cute heart-shaped glasses. Ta-da! There's nothing in it currently, but this is the cup. It's very cute. It's heart-shaped. But yeah, we're gonna have cake. I will try and remember, maybe, you probably won't see the pasta. Just imagine ravioli with a cream sauce. I just completely forgot to film it. And I could have, because I was like carrying stuff around. But we're gonna have dessert.
and keep watching some Stranger Things before the finale. So be ready for some finale thoughts to end this video. I just realized I had footage of the raviolis we had on my phone. Hello, phone. I was gonna play so you can see like the whole setup. Yes, I could have found a way to edit this into the video. Am I gonna do that? No. So please enjoy Catherine holding her phone on her lap. So you can see the little hopper figure, the little wine glasses. There you go. See, it happened. I had my phone to film this, but I forgot to bring my camera down. So there you go. You're just watching a phone on a camera on a screen. It's fine. It's all screens. It's just many screens. But we're gonna get back to watching episode 7, and then we gotta take the dogs out and get situated for the finale at 8. Hello, Grimalinos. I'm gonna pull up my hood very briefly. Maybe. Is it gonna fall on my face? Ha! It didn't fall on my face. It fell on my face. We have finished the finale of Stranger Things. And without spoilers, I will tell you, Krista's over there. She's looking at stuffs. We both liked it. We both cried. We both screamed very loudly at one point, so much so that all dogs and cats were very startled about their very existence.
We woke up Chloe.
We did. Chloe was asleep and we yelled, and like Chloe shot up in the air. Like, oh my god, what's wrong? So there was yelling, there was crying. The exact same name. We yelled the exact same thing. But yeah, there was screaming, there was crying, there were happy things. But overall, I really liked it. We're actually probably gonna watch it again, the finale, and just hang out because it's only like 10 o'clock. And it is New Year's Eve. And we don't typically watch like a ball drop or anything. One year we watched the very long play Angels in America, which is like what? Oh yeah, 6, 7.
And I was on call for Cap.
Yeah,
I was in Cap Court, and then I was still on call.
Yeah, and so we just like watched this play until like dawn.
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah, it's very good.
It was very good, very sad, very long.
Andrew Garfield was in it, which was what prompted it.
After we were
done. But that was Angels in America, not the Stranger Things series finale. We, again, both very much enjoyed it. I am going to change out of my onesie, though. This thing is very comfortable, so I'm very glad that my incredible wife over there bought it. It was for her, but I keep stealing it, so. But yeah. But we had a very nice night. Our Enzo's was good. Show was good. We had some good wine. And yeah, so we're going to watch the finale again.
Joyce and Nancy and Holly are badasses.
Yes. Yes, they are. But yeah, it was very good. Oh, I can't move her. I was also gifted a Holly pop. But Holly is under a plate. So I need to take that downstairs. But yeah, it was very, very good. At least we thought so. You can let me know your Lord of the Rings or Stranger Things comments below. At some point we are going to watch the Lord of the Rings movies because I haven't watched them in a really long time. I'm not watching the Hobbit ones. It annoys me to no end that they took the shortest book and turned it into 3 movies. I'm sorry, that's probably insane, but I'm not doing it. But we will watch at some point the Lord of the Rings movies. Yeah. But I'm not gonna include that in this vlog since this has been like Stranger Things and Lord of the Rings. I feel like, without spoiling anything, if you heard my brief discussions of Lord of the Rings, you will understand what kind of things influenced the Duffer Brothers. So, yeah. But I'm gonna go. Oh, not in this vlog, but if you haven't read The Talisman, you should read The Talisman. Because I really think The Talisman inspired some of this show, just in general. It's by Stephen King and Peter Straub. It's another video, if you haven't seen that one. But yeah, we're gonna just chill for the rest of the night. So, if you like this, thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. Also on Instagram at CliffGroverAfter. There's been a lot of Stranger Things content over there. But yeah. So, this will not go up until the new year. So I hope that your 2026 is off to a very nice start. And I will see you in the next one, Grimalinos.